What's up, guys? If you enjoy the following lesson, check out my full library of lessons on www.vimeo.com/on-demand/popping. Be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my YouTube channel for further content coming up.
It's very hard, you know. It's like popping is muscle control and a lot of body control.
Yo, what's up? This is Jrock, represent Animated Beat Mechanics, EB family. This lesson, we're actually going to be going over muscle control and popping. Muscle control is basically the technical aspect of popping, which is the muscle control. So like popping is made up of flexing and tensing your muscles in different body parts. And we call that muscle control when we're seeing different dancers. When they get down, we really look at how technical their pop is. So you want to be really balanced in being able to pop your legs, your chest, arms, both sides, your head. So, first off, just being able to pop your legs. We like to start from the ground up. A lot of people already know this, popping your legs back like this. You can give it a nice snap. But really what you're doing is you're shifting your weight over the leg and you're just tightening it up. Like that. Over time it gets stronger, so at first you don't want to hurt your knee. Just keep it right on the beat. Single, like that. You can also go forward, like this. That's more like popping taco style, used for animation and also popping. You're flexing kind of like your thigh, but really you're bending your knee forward and stopping it. Boom, 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 boom. Right? So now you got the legs. Everything has to be timed out together. So next easy part to work on is your arms. You want to start with the wrists, which actually pops your forearm. I'm going down like this to get that to flex. The reason we start with this and not this is because a lot of people do the back of their arm or the shoulder, which there's nothing wrong with that. That's a type of pop. But once you put your arms up, you can't really, it's gonna look stupid. It looks like you're, in the back arm. So if you can pop your wrist, no matter what angle you're at, it's gonna look clean and tight. Then as your arms drop, you can use the backs, shoulders, in different combinations, like one going down, maybe back or wrist, tricep. So start with the wrist. And you want this motion not to be too big. You want it just to be right in there like that. So you don't want this. That's like, it should look like we don't know where the pop's coming from. You just see the energy, right? So make that motion smaller. Now the triceps, it's almost like you're going like this. Almost like locking, but it's like you're turning your arms this way. But again, you don't want it to do this, you just want the flex. There's a lot of power there, because that's all muscle. Even if you're skinny or if you're buff, whatever, use it. Good exercise you can do is going boom, hit the bass line like the 1 on that and 2. So boom, ta, boom, ta, boom, ta, boom. Again, you want to time the legs with your arms. Good. Next up, your chest. I actually pop more like my stomach, which is more poppin' taco style. It's the top of my stomach, so it's actually not my chest, it's here. The reason I choose to do that is, again, it's about arm angles. If my arms are up, I can't pop my flex my chest muscles, but I can still hit my core. That's more for power when you're really trying to pop hard. Usually I'm just using my legs, my arms, and my head a little bit. When I want to show power, I'll add it all together with the chest. Last up, the head. It's really your neck. And the best way to do it is just think about where your head's going. If it's going here, I'm gonna be hitting this side. If it's going here, I'm popping this side. The back of my neck. You can do a lot of different variations of that, like down, up, side. Even like ticking it, like. This is where muscle control comes in. So that's just fighting the body parts. Next up, we're gonna go over timing.
And then you would try to fit your different notes, what you felt in between that, like, you know, and that's the funk, you know, and you can change that, you know, it's however you feel, but you just have to fit it between that space, that little space that you got, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, you know, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, and then you go back to your funk. Here you go. 1, and then you want to break it down. Break down. 1.
All right, so now you know how to pop the different body parts. Really, it comes down to the music. So when we say muscle control, we're talking about how your pop is musical versus the movement. Like if I go, you know, these were all angles. But you can sit there in one place and go ta 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 ta, or ta 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 ta, it's almost like how a tap dancer uses their feet. If you can get your pop on that level, then your muscle control level is high. And if you just add it with also doing the angles and dancing, you have this added layer over your dance.
First of all, today what we're going to do today is we're going to play around with out-of-time dancing, a cappella dancing, which happens to be one of my favorite things to do. Out-of-time dancing is your friend. It is your friend. A cappella dancing, no music. Because what happens is, if you're into something, right? Say you're into something, and you're here. And you get in there and then you make a mistake. Say you lose it just for a second, that feel. Wherever you go, go. So you're going. Find someplace else to go. That's how I got into it, because I love to come up with steps, but sometimes I would be in a feel and I would mess up. So I would just go with the next feel. It's really good for you. It's impressive, and it opens you up in a way, because you're not confined to sticking with the feel, whatever it is. You stick with it, play around with it, and also it'll help you when you get with some music, because you'll have a lot of stuff, a lot of freedom.
So best thing to do is first understanding how to count music. So if you're already advanced, you already know this. If you're a beginner, this is something you should know. So like this beat. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. First timing is just single timing on your pop. You just go like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The other one was ticking. You're going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. You gotta just listen to the music. That's ticking timing. Another timing is what we call double timing, and that's like the Fresno timing. We're going. So we go to the pose on 1, on 2 we pop hard and push off. So we're going. You get it, right? So going, that's Fresno timing or double timing. Another timing is what we call dime stopping. This is in popping, not animation or robot. In popping, dime stopping means woo, stop it on the 2, stop it on the 4. So it's like the opposite of the Fresno double timing, right? And then lastly, vibrating, which is even faster than ticking. So ticking is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Vibrating would be 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E, and it's like even double speed. So what you do there, when you do vibrating, it's not individual pops. It's more like a tension. Really tiring to do, but again, it's another layer to the pop and a different timing. So when you get down, you're mixing all of this up and playing within the beat, right? So again, the beat is going Right? So we might go 1, 2, 3, and 4. The 8. Right? So, woo, it's tiring. Because if you're really flexing and putting that energy, it is tiring, but it shows in the dance. It gives you more energy, more power, more dynamics to your guitar. Yeah.
You know, I learned to tap dance by standing in the wings and watching other acts. And of course, I learned from my dad and my Uncle Will. And they learned from other dancers. You see, dancing is a sort of a hand-me-down art form. You learn it from someone else. For instance, these kids are being taught the basics. It's hard to amount to much unless you learn the basics. For example, a ballet dancer has to know the difference between a plie and a jeté. And if you're going to be a tap dancer, you'd better learn a time step or you're going to be in a lot of trouble. But after you learn the basics, what then? Man, that's where style comes in.
Muscle control, one thing I wanted to go over was the different intensities of the pop. So once you find the pop in different body parts, right, you start working on the different timings, single, double, ticking, dime stopping, vibrating. Then what you want to do is match your pop to the music. So there's different intensities. You should have a small pop, just a little click. You're really not throwing too much energy, but it's still there. More medium one. Hard one, going. So, on the music, that hard, that's the hardest sound, the snare, the 2, the 4, the 6, the 8. So you pop harder on that one, or not, but that's a way to approach the music. The in-betweens might be soft. So even like the bass line, for me the bass line, to me that always felt kind of like chord on the hit. It felt more like muffled. So again, this is starting to think more artistically about your pop. How does it match the music? A snare is sharp, like. So for me, that feels like. It feels like you're hitting with that matching the sound. Whereas the bass line is like more. So really thinking and feeling how the music feels. Yeah, you get it.